Hello there, you're watching Press TV News. I'm Mehrdad Yazdani. Here's a summary of the latest international developments. Dozens of leaders from the European Union and other Mediterranean countries will meet in Paris on Sunday to launch a new union for the Mediterranean. The project was first initiated by French President Nicolas Sarkozy last year and is aimed at strengthening the cooperation between both sides of the Mediterranean. The summit will bring together high-ranking officials from more than 40 countries. Palestinian Authority Chief Mahmoud Abbas says he hopes that the summit will provide a positive push to the peace process and greater support for the situation in the Middle East. Sudan has called for an extraordinary meeting of the Arab League after media reports said that the chief prosecutor of the International Criminal Court may seek an arrest warrant for the country's president, Omar al-Bashir. There is no word on the exact aim or date of the meeting. The chief prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, Luis Moreno Ocampo, has said he will unveil a new case on Darfur and will name suspects early next week. If the arrest warrant is issued, it will be the first such bid by the International Criminal Court to charge a head of state. Earlier, Sudan's envoy to the United Nations condemned such a move.
It is a criminal move, criminal move that should be resisted by all peace wishers and peace-loving countries in the world. The government is considering various options in dealing with this situation, and the limit is the sky for any reactions by the government.
Pakistan says it can fight against militants on the border with Afghanistan by itself and cannot tolerate U.S. interference there.
Our concerns are known to them. We believe, and our policy has been, that action in Pakistan will be taken by Pakistani troops, and we cannot permit any foreign troops operating in Pakistan.
Qureishi's comments came after a meeting with his U.S. counterpart in Washington. In a related news, mortar shells fired from Afghanistan have wounded 6 Pakistani security forces in the South Waziristan region along the border. Pakistan's top army spokesman says it is still unclear whether foreign forces have been behind the firing. However, he said Islamabad has lodged a strong protest with the United States over the attack. In a similar incident 1 month ago, a U.S. aircraft bombed a Pakistani army post and killed 11 soldiers in a tribal area. Iranian Foreign Minister Menouche Mottaki has urged the international community to respond to the abduction of Iranian diplomats by Israel.
The Zionist regime and its first and foremost supporter in the world, in other words, the U.S., and we believe that they, more than others, are responsible for this inhuman act.
The foreign minister says the act violates many UN resolutions which give immunity to diplomats. He called on the United Nations to secure the release of the hostages. 3 Iranian diplomats and a photojournalist were kidnapped in Beirut 26 years ago. Tehran says there are reports that the hostages were immediately handed over to Israel. Iran has once again announced its readiness for negotiations over its nuclear issue without preconditions. Iran's government spokesman, Ghulam Hossein Ilham, has said Tehran's nuclear stance is clear and has not changed. Ilham also said while Iran is ready for talks over the nuclear dispute, it will not bow to coercion and threats. Ilham once again dismissed the possibility of a U.S. attack on Iran's nuclear facilities, saying any aggression against the country will have dire consequences. The United States and its Western allies accuse Iran of pursuing a secret nuclear weapons program, but Iran rejects the allegation as baseless and says its nuclear activities are purely civilian. The accusations against Iran comes despite the fact that the United Nations Nuclear Agency, the IAEA, has time and again verified that there has been no diversion in Iran's nuclear activities and materials. The Indian government says it will hold a parliamentary confidence vote to determine the future of a controversial nuclear deal with the United States. The vote will be held on July 22nd. Communist parties withdrew support for the government on Tuesday and said they would push for a vote of no confidence in protest at the nuclear deal. They say the pact will give the United States too much influence over India. If the government loses the vote, it would have to put off the deal and face early elections. Under the deal, India will get access to U.S. nuclear fuel and technology, despite its refusal to sign the Non-Proliferation Treaty, the NPT. Those were the top stories for now here on Press TV. For more details, you can always log on to our website, presstv.com. Thank you for watching.